Howdy. This time I'm looking at the first wave of Autobot Real Gear robots. These are the first object formers since Armada Laserbeak, I think. Anyway, here's Longview. A pair of binoculars, but with a futuristic design to it. At least with the lenses and the buttons at the top. His name, like some of the other RGRs, is printed in his alt form, as you can see here. It's a fairly stable form, perhaps not rock solid, but still secure. There's not much more I can say about something this small, though the size itself has been a problem with some people since it's not quite as big as a normal pair. I'm not bothered a whole lot by this though. Transformation is fairly simple. And if you open this panel here, you can see Cybertron Crumple Zone in his vehicle form. What the Cybertron line has to do with the movie line, I'll never know. Flip it up, twist his legs round, and here he is. Now, I have to say I really like Longview's robot mode. I think it's very cool. Very dynamic looking, to say the least. Despite his size, Longview's got a fair amount of articulation to him. He can move at the shoulders, elbows, head, knees, ankles. You get the idea. I just try to pose him without him falling over. He does have sticking out shoulders, although at least these look fairly integrated, unlike, say, Alternator's Optimus Prime. I also like the head design. The visor references his alt mode, I believe. My only real problem I have with him in this form is that the feet don't really lock into place. But otherwise, it's a decent form. Second best RGR in my opinion, out of the 6 which are part of the first wave, that is. Here's Spy Shot. He's a digital camera, logically, and if you ignore the numerous transformation scenes, it's actually very close to the real thing. A lot of buttons and camera features are present, including the wide angle and telephoto control, the D-pad, dial controls on the back, and the forward and back arrows below the LCD screen. Furthermore, the button used to take the picture actually clicks. On the LCD screen there's Cybertron Ransack in his robot mode. It also shows that the battery is very low and he's on an F8/2 setting. Transformation is again simple, if a bit deceptive. But that's not supposed to happen. It's deceptive because the pelvis halves, though they look like they're meant to snap together, actually don't. Just adjust his arms, head and legs, and here he is transformed. Now, I like Spy Shot's robot mode marginally better than Longview's. He lacks the feet problem since they're formed differently. He's also very well proportioned and greatly articulated. About as good as Longview. I'll just show you now. You can move with the knees, the elbows, shoulders, even the pincers open. And his head moves too. There we go. I can't really fault Spy Shot that much. His colour is admittedly dull, but those who have that problem will probably want the upcoming Photon instead. I think it's the best of all the RGRs, in my opinion. Finally, their speed dial, appropriately a mobile phone. The design resembles a Nokia type phone somewhat. Well, at least from the designs I've seen. There's a camera lens on the back, and when you flip the phone open, there's the preview screen. He has a movie release date reference, in this case the time 7:47 PM, which references the originally intended date of the movie's release in the USA, the 4th of July. The colour scheme is again pretty dull, although I have to say the silver paint apps look quite nice. But anyone who wants wire trap or highline needn't worry about it. Transformation is even simpler compared with the first two. And a huge chunk of the phone just ends up being folded round and down to become a cape. Now, I think we can all agree that Speed Dial's robot mode is the weakest of the lot. His proportions are off and posability isn't quite as good as the other two. In fact, his knees are up where his thighs should be, and are generally undetailed from the sides. You can actually turn them round so that the numbers are facing outwards, and it looks a little better, but this sacrifices knee articulation. He also has no proper head movement. The only way to make him look anywhere other than straight ahead is to turn this entire section round at an angle, like so, and to be honest, I don't think it looks that plausible. Plus it makes him back heavy. There you go. So overall, it's not a horrible robot mode, but it could be better. I'll return with the Decepticon Real Gear robots in a sec, so wait up.